Look at the sheer scale of this dynamic segment. Electric executive sedans are no longer competing strictly on 0 to 100 acceleration metrics. They are engaged in an aggressive, brutal war over battery architecture, computing power, and active chassis intelligence. Welcome back to Vision Effect TV, where we strip away surface-level marketing noise to deliver technical, unfiltered automotive diagnostics. Today, we are analyzing the primary global and domestic rivals target-locked by the new 2027 Exeed ES. Chery's luxury division engineered this flagship on their high-voltage E0X architecture with one clear mandate: to disrupt the established E-segment sedan hierarchy. But when you look past the slippery 0.205 drag coefficient and that commanding LED lighting signature, who are its true direct competitors on the road? Let us break down the exact field of play. First, let us evaluate the undisputed volume benchmark of this segment, the BYD Han. While BYD commands massive market dominance through proven blade battery safety, widespread buyer trust, and high production volume, the Exeed ES counters with a native 800-volt silicon carbide high-voltage architecture, drastically faster energy replenishment curves, and a noticeably more generous, executive-focused rear cabin layout. Then, we turn to the ultimate market disruptor, the Xiaomi SU7. Xiaomi constructed as aggressive, track-focused, hyper-connected digital sports sedan built explicitly for younger, tech-obsessed enthusiasts who demand raw acceleration and firm road feedback. In stark contrast, Exeed deliberately tuned the ES for ride compliance, superior acoustic isolation, and long-distance executive travel. Where the SU7 demands active driver involvement, sharp steering input, and a stiffer damping setup, the Exeed ES delivers a decoupled, serene, whisper-quiet highway cruise. It represents a fundamental divergence in design philosophy: raw track aggression and dynamic sharpness versus calculated, long-range executive refinement. Next, we look at the high-tech heavyweights, specifically the IM-L6. This is where the hardware and software engineering battle becomes incredibly intense. The IM-L6 comes swinging with its aggressive Lizard digital chassis, combining dynamic four-wheel steering, crab-walking capability, and integrated vector drive control to minimize its turning radius down to an extraordinary 4.69 meters. However, Chery counters this digital aggressiveness with their upgraded Feiyu Chassis 2.0, a platform engineered around physical suspension geometry and active fluid dynamics. Equipped with a high-end front double wishbone and a 5-link independent rear setup, the Feiyu 2.0 system delivers a 50% increase in lateral body support, backed by an HDS hydraulic damping system that attenuates high-frequency road vibrations by an additional 25%. Where the IM-L6 relies heavily on aggressive software intervention and rear-wheel steer mechanics, the Exeed ES pairs an aluminum-intensive architecture with its intelligent cloud-based air suspension and CDC electromagnetic dampers. It continuously reads the road surface, actively suppressing braking nosedive and lateral body roll before it destabilizes the cabin. Coupled with their LiDAR-backed Falcon intelligent driving suite, Exeed delivers an exceptional balance, bridging the gap between pure digital software gimmickry and real-world mechanical sophistication. So, what is our final definitive Vision Effect TV diagnostic? Is the 2027 Exeed ES capable of outsmarting the premium legacy establishment? To answer that, we have to look beyond domestic borders. Chery isn't just targeting local Chinese competitors here. The Exeed ES is explicitly benchmarked against traditional European heavyweights, iconic legacy badges like the BMW i5 and the Mercedes-Benz EQE. Mechanically and technologically, the value equation is staggering. Where European legacy brands charge heavy premiums for optional air suspension, high-voltage fast charging, and advanced driver assistance hardware, Chery includes their Feiyu 2.0 Air chassis, 800-volt architecture, and LiDAR integration right out of the factory. On paper and on the road, the spatial luxury, charging speed, and raw platform performance meet or exceed those legacy benchmarks at a fraction of the cost. However, engineering density is only half the battle in the executive segment. Legacy luxury buyers aren't just purchasing chassis rigidity or fast charging curves. They are paying for decades of brand heritage, dealership service prestige, and proven long-term resale value. If your priority is pure technical efficiency, whisper quiet ride isolation, and bleeding-edge battery and chassis technology, the Exeed ES presents an insanely compelling case against both domestic tech giants and European legacy badges. But if prestige badge recognition and long-established brand equity remain non-negotiable for you, legacy rivals still hold that psychological edge. In my technical assessment, Chery has built a genuinely formidable executive platform. It proves that Chinese luxury EV engineering has moved past mere imitation and into true innovation. What about you? Would you choose the engineering density of the Exeed ES over a Xiaomi SU7, a BYD Han, or an established European badge? Sound off in the comments below. Hit that subscribe button to stay locked into Vision Effect TV, and I will see you in the next breakdown.